Hello. Rebecca and Kris asked me to do a quick speech, so that's what I'm going to do for you. Today I'd like to thank you all for coming to help celebrate the marriage of our daughter Rebecca and Christopher today in a very Baltic New York. At this point, it would be usual to thank you all for coming and to say to those who've come from a long distance, thank you so much for travelling so far, but I think we've all won on that account. Thank you very much. And hurrah. Rebecca was always an unsurprisingly quiet child, given the fact that her sister and mother never stopped talking. But she's no pushover. She's kind, well organised and resolute. It's quite difficult to find any embarrassing anecdotes about her childhood, as she's really been quite cute, to be honest. She memorised our address and telephone numbers with Hannah so that she could be safe when we went on trips to London. But this then turned into some sort of test or game where she decided to run away at the NEC at the age of 3 to test out whether it actually worked or not, and gave our telephone numbers and names for both of us to the people there, who then tannoyed us and asked us to come and collect her. She's also done that several times in Asda with Hannah to try it out on assorted old ladies who were wandering around just to check that it worked there too. 3 was also the time when she decided to shoplift for the first time. I don't think she's done it since, but she decided to steal a lovely leather credit card for her dad to use from TK Maxx because she thought it'd be wonderful for him to use for his season ticket when he was travelling to London. She had a massive tantrum in the shop because I refused to buy it. And then with a flourish in the car park, got it out and said, look what I buyed my daddy, and gave it out. So at this point, of course, I said, you've got to take it back to the shop. She didn't. And John said, oh, that's quite nice, I'll keep that. And then when the first time when we travelled into London for the day, he whipped out his travel card and Rebecca went, I bided that for daddy. Rebecca spent a lot of time with my parents when she was growing up because we were both working, and she loved their 5 meals a day strategy and their Cardi and Coke, which, don't worry, actually turned out to be dandelion and burdock. She also spent a holiday every summer in Madeira with her grandma and her auntie Julie on extensive Zara shopping sprees. I'm not going to dwell on her shopping trip to Milton Keynes with her dad after an 18th birthday party in Hitchin. If you know, you know. Rebecca met Kris in Sheffield, and today is actually their 10th anniversary. I knew he was a keeper when she first brought him home to stay in my tiny cottage, where he was surrounded by and subjected to a house full of cats and dogs, which made him sneeze, made his eyes run, and he still loved her. He's also been subjected to our mad family, and he still loved her after that as well. He's been indoctrinated into the joys of Uniqlo. He's been taken to Royal Ascot, where he had to stand under red and white and blue things, singing the national anthem with a Union Jack in his pocket, saying, don't show this to my mum.
Did you know?
He's also been subjected to various family holidays and gatherings, and he still passed the test, although he was on shaky grounds when we went on my mum's 80th birthday cruise to Norway, and he referred to Rebecca to the crew, my roommate's not feeling very well. But we have forgiven him for that. They both work hard, and they've made a lovely home together. They love cooking and entertaining at home, and most importantly, they gave me my first adorable granddog, Alfie. They were obviously made for each other, so I'm going to start crying. I'd like you to raise a toast to our beautiful daughter, Rebecca, and our handsome son-in-law, Christopher, and Anne wrote that last bit. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Short and sweet, Christopher says. So, I'd like to congratulate Christopher and Rebecca on their most magical, fantastic date. Oh my God, they both look lovely. They both took my breath away when I seen them first time this morning. Christopher, you make me proud every single day when I see you, man, you've grown into and what you've achieved in your wee life as a wee port onion. You are. Oh, my phone's been off. As you call yourself, even though it breaks my heart every day that you're not here near me, but we've tried to stop you achieving your dreams. Rebecca, you're so lovely, lucky to have him. But I know I'm biased. As he's my one and only. And I know you make each other very happy. Look at this. Your granny, granda, I've been so proud to see as they were a big part of your life, and I could have done it without them too. And they would have been, I know they're here, as always. They are what you are and what I am. I'd also like to thank, this is a big office, Jane and Dorothy, who looked after Christopher and made him part of their family, and also a big part of their heart, and loved them as much, not as much as I do, but you made them so welcome in your family and made me feel so welcome and looked after him when he's not with me. And
that's Rebecca's job now.
That's it. That's her job now. And Bex, I'm not going to call you Rebecca, I'm going to call you Bex. I've always said, only one fault you've got is your English. And that's it. And that's the only fault I could ever find in your heart. And I know you look after him as much as I have, and I hand him over to you with all my heart to make him happy, and to make both of you happy, and live a happy, fruitful life, because I know you look after him. If you don't, by God, you better run fast, lady. Thanks very much.
Okay. So I'm not being greedy with speech time. It's just that I asked Rebecca and Chris's friends if they had anything they wanted me to say, and then I got a whole speech sent to me yesterday. So just to say, this is the words of their friends Hannah and Kai. Bex and Chris, congratulations to my favourite people and the most perfectly matched couple I have ever met. Your wedding day is just the start of a whole new future together, and I know the next chapter of going on was going to be the best yet. I wish for you both to continue the happiness you've already nurturing, for your adventures to be spectacular and your story to be immense. You're the best friends and uncle and auntie I could have ever wished for. Your unconditional love for me, this is from Hannah, and my family, is a testament to your character. I couldn't have done life without you. You two as life partners was always meant to be. I couldn't be more happy for you both on this amazing day. All my love, Hannah and Kai.
So first of all, just want to mention the people who aren't here today. One of being Bex's granddad, who I never got to meet, Tony, and my granny, granddad, and Aunt Michelle as well, who would have loved you if they got a chance. Luckily, you did get to meet my granddad, which I'm obviously very grateful for. Another one that I want to mention who isn't here, not dead, just is Bex's gran. She basically just said she couldn't be bothered coming, which I thought was very rude. So I'm joking, Dorothy, whenever you do watch this. I hope the next part is actually quite nice, so keep watching. I never particularly treated my granny and granddad as much as I should have, and only towards the sort of end of their lives did I realise that. And Dorothy sort of gave me that second chance to redeem that. And I'm very thankful for her and everything she's done for us as well. So I'm glad she is here. Also not dead, but still could be here. I know, sorry. It's my Uncle Derek, and I think from my family's perspective, we're kind of glad he's not here, because he wouldn't have made it on the plane. Yeah, I know. But true do wish he could have been here, and also with my Aunt Michelle and two cousins. It's three cousins, Jesus Christ. Shay, Emily, and Mackenzie. I also just want to say a massive thanks to all of Bex's family. You've all been very welcoming ever since I met you, and I know it's a big deal when someone enters your life, but I hope that over time you've gotten to know me, that I'm worthy of being Bex's husband.
Or maybe.
Yeah. And I'm incredibly grateful over the past few years to getting to know you all, and obviously continue to do so. It's been fantastic so far. Jane and John, know that your daughter will be loved for the rest of our lives. John, I know this isn't the traditional way. I obviously didn't really come at you and ask you to be able to marry your daughter. But it is what it is. No, never going to happen. It is what it is, though. So you did come, so you must be fine with it. Yeah, I know. But to make up with it, I would come to that air show with you every year, or if, yeah, I know. Any year you want to, or if you need your PC fixing, I'll come and help you as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, only if it's sunny. That's it. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I think I've messed up my cards. I know, sorry. It's fine. I've got it anyway. Also, I now have a sister-in-law. I also have a brother-in-law. I think over the past couple of months, obviously being living together, I know for a fact we've grown a lot closer. It's been, yeah, I know. And I think Hannah and I are fitting apart because obviously I wind her up a lot and then she shouts at me, which is great. And I think Adam's finally catching on to how sarcastic I can be. But I do genuinely believe that over the past couple of years, we've definitely gotten to know each other a lot better, and it's been really great, honestly. Rent is going up, by the way, because we need somehow to pay for this. It's not been... it's not been... Jane, I can see why Bex is the type of person she is. It's because of you. Sorry, John. I have been incredibly grateful with you being so close by, especially being that mother figure and me being a mum's boy. It makes me feel a lot less homesick, because obviously being missing my mum. Mum, sorry, I'm probably going to make you cry again. Know that the man stood here today is you. I'm a reflection of you, literally everything you've taught me. I know. I know I probably wasn't the easiest growing up. I never really spoke. There probably is something wrong with me. It's never been diagnosed, but but know that I wouldn't be who I am today without you. And thank you. And I know I joke a lot saying that I don't remember my childhood, but I do. Even as far as watching the Star Wars marathons, you waking me up during the night because you couldn't complete a Crash Bandicoot main, but you made it special regardless, and I do remember everything. Thomas, you do get a mention as well. Cheers for coming. That's it. I say, but you and Derek were a big impact in my life too, growing up. Even though you are my uncles, it was more so like older brothers and sort of telling me off and stuff. I used to think that I got my humour directly from Derek, but you're actually quite funny, so I probably got it from you as well. But yeah, thank you very much for coming. That's probably the nicest thing I've ever said to you, so there you go.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, I know. And now to my wife. It's not really weird saying that. I think it's sort of been a long time coming. Sorry I'm too awkward to actually propose as well, but we're finally here. I've always struggled, I've always sort of struggled with purpose in my life. I didn't know who or what or where I wanted to be. But from meeting you, I found it. Sorry. You're my purpose. My reason for being here. From leaving the port, I was incredibly homesick, which I'm sure my mum is happy to hear. Until I met you, I found my home with you. I found my home. You've made me a better person. And being being with you has made me want to do something with my life. You're truly the only person I can be with from sunrise to sunset, which around at this time of the year is actually quite short, so we'll see when summer comes. I don't really believe in fate, but there has to be something with me meeting you. There has to be. You're everything I've ever wanted, everything I've ever needed, and everything I never thought I deserved. Always, forever. Raise a glass to you, Mrs. O'Brien.
Mrs. O'Brien. Not you.
Thank you very much. Take out the bit.